Good evening and welcome. I heard the good news. Congratulations. Give them a congratulations, Epstein.
Congratulations.
We're so happy for you. You have a little baby.
Oh, so cute.
A joy in your life.
Your life has meaning.
Oh, so much meaning. You have a new baby. You love it with all your heart. Yet, you're feeding them baby food that has arsenic inside. Shh, I won't tell. They make the jars really cute with an image of a baby so sweet. And they even use the word organic on the jar so you won't panic and won't feel defeat. Those carrots in the jar, you think they're healthy, but they're not. Don't let your mind get filled with dread because your baby food is filled with lead. No.
Baby's so cute.
It's so cute. Even the feds are filled with shock when they learn the ingredients were going to blow up your baby. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Well, what is all that coming from? Well, Epstein and I read an article that was in the New York Times recently, and it really blew our mind. You know, we're dirty truth tellers, and we tell the truth. Sometimes it's dirty, and sometimes it's not. But we're telling you the truth. The New York Times article: some baby food may contain toxic metals. U.S. reports different brands have been tested for lead and heavy metal and arsenic. Can you believe that? I'm talking about baby food now. Just to name a few of the brands: Earth Best, Beech Nut, Happy Baby, and Gerber. Now, Gerber, one of the world's best-known baby manufacturers for using ingredients with high level of lead and for selling carrots with high level of cadmium, which, when I looked it up, was used as a substitute for tin in the war. Now, come on, let's face it. You know Gerber. You probably ate Gerber. Many of us did. And as a child, I'm wondering why, maybe I'm so fucked up right now. Did it have to do with the baby food? I don't know.
I'll bet you money that when you were eating Gerber baby food, it didn't have these items in there.
You don't think so?
No, absolutely not. And let me tell you another thing. If when you were a baby, which,
Fred Flintstone we're talking.
Did they even have baby food in those days?
Yes,
well,
they
I
did.
think you just ate out of your mommy's titty in those days.
Yeah, they had it.
But here's the thing, like, in those days, let's just say that they, in the New York Times, because this isn't coming some fringe, internet information. These stories were we got one from the New York Times and one from CNN.
That's right.
So they're the mainstream, and they basically are saying that 95% of baby foods tested had arsenic, lead, and other heavy metal. I don't know if Led Zeppelin was in there with Jimmy Page. I don't know what they found. I don't know what they found.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that fascinated us. Nobody cares about this. They're killing your fucking babies. Now, we know you love your babies. You know you think your babies are cute. This story was in the New York Times. CNN, I don't think put it on the network. They put it in their internet thing.
So that they cover themselves.
They cover their ass.
Yeah.
But it was available to people that they are literally killing your babies with food, with the substances that they put in the food. And a lot of it is just to make it hold better. It's some ridiculous corporate bullshit. But, this plays right into what I've been considered a conspiracy theorist. People think I'm a lunatic. First, they were trying to kill old people like us. That's the whole point of this lockdown stuff and all this crap. They have saved billions and billions of dollars in pensions and in Medicaid expenses.
Now baby
because
food.
old people are dropping dead like flies. If you're over 80, you're basically dead. They stick you in a nursing home and they steal every penny from your family. They keep you alive. They will keep you alive till you're 100 years old.
And if you have good coverage, they'll really
If you have
keep
enough
you
money,
alive.
we know a couple of people that have enough
Yeah.
money to get into some upscale rehab center, and it looks like a hotel actually. We went to visit.
Yeah.
But basically, they want to keep you alive because the longer you live, the more money they can steal from you. They can get it all. They want it all. As George Carlin said, they want it fucking all. They're not satisfied. So they're trying to kill old people. Like, we know they're trying to kill us. That's why we never walk out that door.
Never.
We never walk out that door. You're not killing us. We're gonna battle you.
Oh yeah.
But now they're killing your babies too. So we live in a country, in a society. Let's take a look at this. What kind of society kills old people and gives babies poison? And meanwhile, the people who are not babies or old people, they basically just take it. They don't. There was no outrage at all about these articles, Hassan.
None.
They're raiding and trying to overthrow the government to keep a con man game show host as president. But if you poison children,
that's okay.
Why aren't people going to the corporate offices, and we're going to mention the two corporations that are really involved with this. Why aren't people going to those corporations and trying to overthrow them?
Yes.
What is wrong with us as a society? They're killing your babies. Your babies are eating arsenic. You're eating arsenic.
Yeah.
I mean, am I losing my mind?
No. So they go from arsenic to then fast food, and then you wonder why they can't concentrate.
And then they kill us, though. They want old people dead.
Yes.
They really want us dead, Hassan.
Yeah. Now, my mother was one of those people that had unbelievable coverage because she worked as a custodian in the Board of Ed for years. And I mean, they did everything. They gave her everything.
This is the thing, though.
And they'll do that.
They want us to trust them. They want us to trust them when they tell us vaccines are good, when they tell us even our food is good. You know, that they're testing
Everything's organic.
Organic means nothing. This company is called it organic. Who are the companies that are doing this?
Listen to the companies involved. Parents' Choice Organic Baby Food, distributed by Walmart's. Okay.
Parents' Choice. So here's your choice, parents.
Parents' Choice Organic Baby Food.
Here's your choice. You buy this baby food for your kid, and you're giving them arsenic. That's your choice.
Yes.
But you got it at Walmart, so the price is probably very low.
Now, the other one.
That's what it is.
The other one, Campbell's Soup. I mean, how many of us grew up on Campbell fucking soup?
Yeah, well, we looked it up. Campbell's Soup owns like 1 billion companies now.
Yes.
You know, originally some guy, I don't think his name was Campbell, but he figured out how to make a soup.
Glenn Campbell.
Yeah, Glenn Campbell was great. Don't mess with Glenn Campbell.
I know.
And the Wichita lineman is still on the line.
Okay.
Great song, Wichita lineman, Jimmy Webb. He did have sex with a 15-year-old girl, but he did write
Jimmy Webb?
Jimmy Webb, but he married her eventually too.
Oh,
when
that
she was 17.
was nice of him.
But he wrote Wichita lineman last. What is it? A Phoenix last.
By the time I get to Phoenix.
But anyway, let me get pissed off again. Jimmy Webb is making me feel happy.
Okay.
Campbell's Soup, they own like 400 little subsidiaries of everything. And they own a baby food thing, too. And their baby food is filled with arsenic.
I mean, just think about that, okay? Arsenic. Just think about that.
But where is the outrage? Where is the outrage? And here's the thing about CNN, by the way. I want to point something out. Yeah, they put it on their website, and the Times put it in the paper, not on the front. This should be the biggest story in America. If I was running the news agencies, this would be the biggest story in America. But they had no time really to look into this because they were talking about this congresswoman, I don't even know her name.
Is it Marjorie Greene?
That's sending Jewish lasers from space.
Yeah.
Now, they have given this woman so much free attention. Once again, CNN is doing the same thing they did with Trump. They're building this woman up by relentlessly talking about her. You know what you do with someone like her? You never mention her again. That's why I know her name. I won't even mention her name because...
There's somebody at the door.
Who's at the door?
I don't know. Do you want me to go check?
Yeah. Already he's at the door?
Yeah, he's already at the door.
I think he's at the door too soon.
Yeah, well, we're not letting you in right now.
You're rushing him in. I mean, don't look at that clock. It's wrong because we were arguing for 4 minutes.
Okay.
Before we went on the air, there was a sound outside. So my wife says that I farted. She said that I farted. Now, you have to understand that when I met Naima Hassan over 30-something years ago, she told me, if you need to fart, fart.
Yes,
and then
not?
She smelled some of these Epstein's farts and she changed her mind.
But see, what he did was more because of the diet that he ate.
But I didn't fart just now. Before we went on, I didn't fart.
No, you have proof?
I didn't fart. Did you smell anything?
I didn't know. I didn't know.
You heard a sound.
I was so confused. I didn't know.
No, but you always accuse me of farting.
I don't. Well, you usually do.
Well, look what's in my food: arsenic and lead.
Baby food.
Occasionally, I'll dip into some baby food. But I just want to say that CNN, and the New York Times, and everybody else. Why isn't this the biggest story in America? I mean, they're poisoning children. You know when I really changed in America? When they had the school shooting, when they killed the kids in Connecticut. When they gunned down 5-year-olds at Sandy Hook, right? That was 2012.
Yeah.
And I remember when that happened, I said, this is going to change. This is going to change the guns. This is going to change everything.
Didn't change anything.
Because they went and they killed children in kindergarten.
Didn't change
and you know what? It didn't change anything. And here's the thing. Poison food. Where are these parents? Why are parents not flipping out? Because Walmart, in particular, this is a company, by the way, if you want to overthrow somebody, or Walmart, the family, the Walton family, they pay people so little that full-time workers have to get food stamps. You know who pays for that food? You do.
That's right.
Now, you know why that people, and you know why all the business went to China? Because Walmart brought all that stuff to China so that they can make your shit cheap. And you cheap bastards, Louis C.K. years ago.
Give him credit for what he said.
He said that you want people to buy American and stop buying shit from China, then you have to pay a few more bucks when you go to the store. Now, this was before Louis C.K. took his dick out in front of female comedians, and he kind of disappeared. But that was a very truthful thing that Louis C.K. said.
But what has that got to do with this? Why did you have to mention?
No, because Walmart is involved with this. They're selling these foods.
But I'm talking about him taking his cock out. We didn't have to hear that.
Well, I'm free associated from years of doing LSD. I'm free associating all the time. You know that. I mean, every once in a while, we'll be in the middle of a conversation. I'll start talking about Louis C.K. taking his dick out. I don't know why. Okay. I don't know why.
That's all right. That's all right.
All right. Now somebody's knocking at the door.
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear it either.
Oh, somebody's knocking. I'll go get it.
But that's really my point. My point is, why are we not outraged by this story about baby food? It really is an amazing thing. If you think about this, let's say this happened in another era. Let's say the 70s or the 80s, even the 90s.
Can I just say something? You see my son right here? I would never, ever feed him anything with arsenic in it.
No, I wouldn't either. And he doesn't even have a body. I mean, but we still serve him the best food that we possibly can. But in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 60s, this story about poison being in baby food would have been the main story on the news for day after day after day. There would have been major, Mike Wallace. A lot of you young people, you don't know Chris Wallace's daddy. These people were real news people. They would have gone in, and this would have been a big thing. This would have been a huge story. It would have been the main story for weeks. Here, it's sort of buried on the internet. Oh, yeah, we're poisoning your kids. We got arsenic in their food and some other chemicals like heavy metals. Heavy metals, the Blue Oyster Cult is in your kid's Gerber baby food. Just think of what's going on. I'm going to have to think of every heavy metal band I know now. Black Sabbath. Wasn't a big fan of heavy metal. It was never, I wasn't a big heavy metal fan. I'm free associating again. Acid Flashbacks. Was Ozzy Osbourne God? I used to see Richie Blackmore was God. Sometimes they would say he was from, I think, Black Sabbath. But this is an amazing thing. And I don't really know what else to say about it other than it's just another example of what's wrong with us as a culture, where we are accepting this. This is in our adult foods, too. They're not testing shit. All the seafood that we are getting from the Pacific Ocean, when that nuclear shit happened in Japan, we're eating poison. So then you make a choice. Okay, do I start making my own food? How do you survive? And the answer is, I don't have a fucking clue what you do. I don't know who to trust. I don't know. Do you take vaccines? Don't you take vaccines? Do you eat this food? Thank God I'm not a baby anymore. Maybe when I was a baby, I don't know. We have a friend that had come on in.
You sure that?
Come on in. I'm getting emotional about this baby food shit.
You're yelling outside, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, legendary jazz musician, the great Joe Keys. Joe, welcome aboard. And once again, It's our second show during Black History Month.
Yeah,
And it's great to see you. Great to see you. Do you have anything for us today, Joe? I know you're our artistic director, and you're also a man of around town.
Gotta make sure I'm in the camera, man. Shit, you got the whole shit up there, man. Can't see me for seeing you.
Just make sure you look into the camera.
I know where to fucking look, man. I done did this before. I'm sorry, man. I'm upset.
What are you upset about? Baby food shit?
No. Well, yeah, that too, man.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that that's not even a big deal, though? We are the only news show.
See, y'all white people shocked by what the government do. They've been killing us and putting shit in our food, for centuries.
Oh, yeah, you guys really should trust them with vaccines after they shot you up with syphilis and everything else. Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. But anyway,
Let me tell you, on my way, I like to listen to the radio, right? I'm old school. I like the radio. I grew up on the radio, man. I love the radio. And I'm listening to Ralph Nader. I like Ralph.
Ralph Nader, wow.
Yeah. I got respect for the man, He got us seat belts, clean air. He fought for all that shit. Now, me personally, I like a seatbelt in a car, right? You driving right with your woman, right? She teasing you, right? Right, she can kind of, give you a little spread, not much. While you driving, slip your hand in there. If you get too excited, she jump up, jump back, the seatbelt saves her. Everything.
We got Ralph Nader to thank for that.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
we do have Ralph Nader to thank for that.
Thank you for that, Ralph.
Ralph Nader.
Yeah, I felt up a lot of women, and we had a great time because of the seatbelt.
But let me tell you what happened, okay? And then you can tell us about Ralph Nader.
Sure, man.
In 2000, Ralph Nader ran for president.
Yeah.
On a third party. Remember?
Yeah.
He had Al Gore against George Bush. And everybody was trying to blame Ralph Nader after the election because it was very close.
It was bullshit.
And the people were saying, well, if Ralph Nader didn't run, then Gore would have beat Bush. But I always have a question back for those people.
Yeah.
If you had an opportunity in 2000 to vote for Al Gore, a piece of shit, neoliberal, rich, phony bastard.
Got some feelings about this man?
Oh, yeah, I do. Because people were very critical of me. Because I voted for Ralph Nader.
Yeah.
Because Ralph Nader was the greatest consumer advocate in the history of the United States. There is no one more knowledgeable about corporations and how to defeat them than Ralph Nader.
That's right.
If Ralph Nader was actually elected president, the United States would no longer be an imperialist country.
But see, we do that shit when we use the...
But they blame me for voting for him and saying we voted for Al Gore.
Also, we say that he's a communist. You know what? We don't
Good. We
know
need
what
some
the
fucking communists.
We don't even know what that shit means, man. But anyway, Nader's talking, man. I love his shows, man, full of passion. And he said that he called AOC 14 times. He called her office. And she didn't call him back. Now look, baby. What you doing you so busy you can't call back Ralph Nader? Now you talking about you for the people, right? You progressive. I feel some kind of way about that shit, and it ain't good. And then that Elon one, right?
Ilhan Omar?
Yeah. And she got a lot of men.
I don't want to get into her men's situation.
I'm not getting into it. I want to be one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Right.
But she also wasn't calling back Ralph Nader, right?
Who told you? I didn't tell you.
Huh?
She went to her office, right? And she told him to talk to her chief of staff. And she get back to him. And she never did. So, my thing is that, them two young ladies, I'm for them. They're progressive.
The squad. They call them the squad.
But I'm feeling some kind of way, and y'all gotta, help me out with this shit. Why wouldn't you just soup up the knowledge of Ralph Nader? He knows how these corporate motherfuckers are. Y'all too emotional. Y'all don't know. You can't even handle Nancy Pelosi.
Well, that's the problem. You see, you just said what the problem is.
They can't.
Ralph Nader is anti-corporate. And in the United States, you can't be anti-corporate.
No, you can't.
That's why Walmart can poison your babies. That's why Campbell's soup can torture and poison your babies.
Right.
And that's why AOC and Ilhan Omar, they're not really leftists.
No.
Because if they were leftists, Ralph Nader is a leftist.
Yeah.
Rachel Maddow won't have Ralph Nader on her show.
No, she won't.
Chris Hayes won't have Ralph Nader
Think
on the show.
about that now.
There's no left in the United States. You know what being on the left is? You're on the left if you don't believe that the United States has a right to let's say, decide the election in Venezuela. Right? Joe Biden just said the same thing that Trump said, that the president of Venezuela is this guy Guido, who didn't even run for president, by the way. He wasn't even in the election. The United States decided that he's the president of the United States.
We're just pathetic.
When 60% of the people there voted for the guy who's a socialist guy, but they voted for him. The United States can't tell anybody else how to behave. After Trump...
I'm pissed about my fucking check. You told me I was getting $1,400.
2,000. Now they're giving you...
Yeah. Y'all playing poker?
But Biden is doing the same thing Trump did. He's threatening Iran. So this is my point. If you're a leftist, being a leftist means you're anti-corporate, and at the same time, you're also anti-imperialist. In the United States, everybody's an imperialist. Bernie Sanders, AOC, they're not taking on the military-industrial complex. That's the one thing they all... You know why you can't get that money? They didn't have any problem, though, giving the military whatever money they wanted, like $1 trillion. They gave Trump money for surveillance.
Watch your hand in my face, man.
No, this is the kind of shit that pisses me off.
Watch your fucking hand in my face.
I'm sorry, especially during Black History Month. I'm very apologetic about that.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're being very political today in the show. Sometimes we usually throw a few sex things in there to, try to keep a couple of listeners, but we've been very political today. And
I got it, man. I got it. Yeah. Well, you want to talk, man? Would I fuck a Republican, right?
Would you fuck a Republican?
In the back.
We needed that. Thank you. That is a good one.
In the back, man.
Yeah, Republicans are pretty kinky.
Yeah.
I think they're kinky.
Yeah,
Have you ever had a Republican?
Yeah.
Would you fuck Susan Collins?
Tuesday
you would fuck Susan Collins.
Tuesdays.
She's trying to
Now that Candace Owen. No.
No.
I just mess up her hair. I
think she wants a white guy. I have a feeling that she's into
She's got a baby.
She's into that interracial kind of lovemaking. That never bothered you when I married Hassan, though. You were at our wedding, and
no, it didn't bother me.
You didn't want Hassan.
Get the fuck out of here. She's one of them. I like Hassan.
Yeah.
Too much opinionated.
Oh, opinions.
Too much fucking opinions.
One thing you love about Hassan, she got a lot of opinions.
I saw her one night at the bar at Sweet Basil. I think y'all had just started seeing each other, right? And she's talking to some dude about tomatoes.
Yeah.
And, the guy could tell he was thinking, he didn't know nothing about you. Maybe I can get some of this ass. By the end of the conversation, he just...
Oh, no, yeah.
He left.
Yeah, you got to really want her ass bad because she got opinions and very few facts. That's the one thing.
She had facts.
She's debate you about the football game. She has never seen a football game in her life, but she has a lot of strong opinions.
But she'll find the facts, man.
But I hear a knock on the door.
Go get it, man. What's wrong with you tonight, man? You crazy.
Well, the baby food shit. I care about this. I care about little babies.
Why didn't you have a baby?
You know why? Because I did a lot of LSD, and I didn't want my baby to have two heads. When I was coming up, I was doing a lot of drugs. Yeah, I missed the 70s. Like the 1970s, I missed the entire...
A lot of people that had it.
Yeah, I did a lot of...
What's his name? Mick Jagger, all those motherfuckers had
Mick was at our show. He was here last week.
I know.
Mick Jagger was here. Did you see that?
Yeah, motherfucker, yeah.
You saw him.
Do I want to be on his gig on Zoom? Fuck yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. Now, people ask me why I didn't have no baby. I didn't want none. I don't connect fucking with having children, right? They're two different things. You gotta think about it when you have a baby. Now, you seeing me, I'm going to wear a condom. My dick is big, but I wear a condom. I'm not fucking you without a condom. Because I care. That's just me. Come on in, man. Come on in, man. Come on in.
Joe Keys!
You can't hear?
Joe Keys.
Hey, here we got him, Stevie Sports. Everybody.
It's so good to see you. Finally, I'm on the show. You announced me. It's like I'm very excited. Let me see, my chair will move.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be here,
How
Joe.
you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I heard that story about the baby food. It breaks my heart. It's all greed. It's greed.
That's right.
Campbell's soup never put any. There was never a vegetable in their soup. You ever notice that? They would call it vegetable soup.
My mother used to get that with the kind.
Progresso soup was much better in the can. It was in a box. We had a box.
No, we eat Campbell, like tomato, chicken noodle. Yeah. Was no fucking chicken in there.
There was never a chicken. Campbell, that's what that Campbell guy, he told you there was chicken in the soup. There was never a chicken.
Fucking chicken in
Chickens would be dancing in the front of him because they knew he wouldn't kill them. The chickens love Campbell soup. There wasn't a chicken that ever died that.
Yeah. And then baby food, they just start putting a black baby on, but they wouldn't put like a baby that looked like me.
You're too old to be a baby. That's why it's nothing.
That's what they should do. It's like this.
But you on the baby from the can.
Yeah, this is a baby that used to eat.
This is what happens to you if you eat arsenic and you eat lead.
Yeah.
They got lead in the wall. They got lead in your soup.
Yeah.
When kids grow up, they're gonna look like a pencil. No, you get the joke there? Lead pencil. That was good.
In my ear, man.
That was good shit. That was like good shit.
Well, it's not good. What you got for us today, man?
Well, yesterday was the Super Bowl. I don't know if you had a chance to watch the game.
I had a chick over, man.
But let me tell you something. I'm not going to even talk about the game because fuck the game. The game of football, people are getting concussions. People are being cripples.
Motherfucker, man.
Tom Brady, I hate that guy.
What's he made out of?
He's like the last great white hope. Don't you understand why Americans love Tom Brady? He's a white guy who's the best athlete in his sport.
And he married a Brazilian, but it was not a Brazilian that looked like me.
So here's the thing. So Tom Brady, every white guy in America loves him because he's like the last great white hope.
Your last hope. Yeah.
That's it. They used to say black guys couldn't play quarterback because they weren't smart enough. They always do that. Black guy, you ever notice they'll go, oh, he's a smart guy. Yeah. They never tell you a white guy's a smart guy. But if you're a black guy, he's smart.
They say he's exceptional.
Remember they said black people couldn't play baseball.
Oh, couldn't golf.
They couldn't box. Yeah. Remember that? The great white hope, Jack John, he beat the shit out of white people.
They can't play golf.
They're always telling black people they can't do shit because they can do it so well. But that's not what I'm here to do. I was very, very disappointed yesterday.
What, man?
Bruce Springsteen. This was a guy that I always liked.
No, you like him, man.
In the middle of the Super Bowl, there's a commercial on for Jeep. And Bruce Springsteen, I investigated this.
Yeah.
He wrote the commercial, he wrote the song. After his whole career, he never sold out. He sold out concerts, but he never let his art beat the sell products.
Yeah.
He was a working class guy. All of a sudden, he writes this song for Jeep. Got paid $5 million for a 2-minute song. And here's the thing. Now, people are saying, he's going to give some money to charity. Yeah, he's going to give some money to charity, but he's going to keep most of the $5 million for himself.
Know that, man.
And people are defending him. They're going, listen, there's no live tours. Bruce can't make a living. Bruce is worth $450 million. He don't need the $5 million.
Epstein and Hassan should have been able to write that shit.
But here's the thing I hated about the song. He sings this song, and a lot of people are doing this now, about America unifying, Joe.
Bullshit.
They're going to unify. Like, American people are all that. It was just Trump's fault, and now that Trump is gone, everybody's just going to unify.
Back together.
Let me tell you something. Half of America is filled with Nazis. So, are we going to have a unification with Nazis?
No.
Bruce, you made $5 million writing a bullshit song. Now, what's next, Bruce? Are you going to Born to Run? Is that going to be like a commercial for when you can't take a shit?
He'll go on one of them shows where he's it'll be like folk singing or songwriting.
No, Bruce is already. He'll be a judge.
He'll be a judge.
He'll turn into a judge.
Yeah.
I remember when Steven Tyler from Aerosmith became a judge.
What the fuck?
on like a Star Search kind of show.
Yeah, but they wouldn't give a job to Stevie Wonder, and he wrote fucking songs.
Stevie Wonder's not going to take that job.
Yeah, he would.
He'd take that job? Would you take it?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Would you sell out?
On a Tuesday? Fuck yeah.
By the way, if anyone from Campbell's Soup is listening to tonight's show, Epstein and Hassan are available for commercials.
Yeah.
We'll go on there and we'll sell you kids
Are
land.
you Epstein?
No, I can represent him, though, because I'm Jewish.
Oh, yeah. Right.
But anyway, I just wanted to say, Bruce Springsteen, I'm very disappointed in you. I really am. I thought you were a guy who wasn't going to sell his art to sell a car. You're selling a Jeep.
Well, this is a man that got his daughter rides a horse.
That's what they said. He needs the $5 million because he's got horses and
if
shit.
you saw that concert, he was in a barn that looked like a fucking mansion. So these people, you know, these celebrities, they got to keep that money rolling in.
I am disappointed in Bruce Springsteen. You have to go.
Yeah, I do.
Because Hassan has to close out the show.
All right, man.
Joe Keys, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I'll talk to the camera
Fuck
for a minute.
Campbell's
Don't be
Soup.
forever getting ready to come back, okay?
Yeah. You mean like you?
Yeah, don't be forever.
Like you, man.
But it really was a big disappointment to me from Bruce. You know, I mean, the guy was a kind of guy, you know, we live in a world where everybody's a brand and everybody is selling their ass for everything, for every corporation. And Bruce was like a guy that I thought was, you know what, he's almost a 72-year-old guy. He's going to die before he becomes a hoe. But no, he decides to take Jeep, $5 million to sell their car during the Super Bowl, writing a song about Americans coming together like we're brothers. This is a country we're not brothers. If Bruce wrote a song about America, about, you know, the white supremacy and stealing the lands from the native people, that would have been a song that I could get behind.
Joe.
That would have been a song I could get behind.
See you later.
Hassan is back. I'm Stevie Sports. I'm sorry I didn't talk much sports today, but the Super Bowl made me sick, and I'm out of here.
Ah, man. What a world we live in, right? I know you notice I have on one earring. I broke my other earring. Life of an artist.
Hassan, you know, Joe had a great idea. Maybe you and I could do the commercial for Campbell's Soup, you know?
First of all, they would never use us.
Why?
Because when they're selling, they want reality stars now. That's what they want in
We'll
commercials.
go on. We'll say, look at us. We ate Campbell's Soup all our lives, and look what it did to our minds. We're fine.
Yeah.
Give us some arsenic. We'll eat. I'll tell you what. For enough money, we'll eat the arsenic on the air and say that it's good. We'll say that this arsenic will build muscles.
Yes, yes.
You know. You know why my dick is so big?
Why?
Lead. I've eaten a
And
lot of lead.
the heavy metal, you know what it's done for me? It's made me creative. It supports my meditation practice.
Yeah, there's nothing
Jesus.
better. Before you meditate, Campbell's Soup. Before you meditate,
That's right.
you take a couple of hits of that other shit. I don't even know the word that you said. I can't even pronounce it. You do some of that. You do some arsenic.
There it is.
Arsenic sometimes will take you into a deep meditation. You'll almost die almost.
Yes,
you could be really deep into meditation.
You lose some of your brain cells,
lose some
but
cells,
that's
but
okay.
who needs cells? Who needs
You
cells?
don't need 'em.
What you need is Campbell fucking Soup.
That's right.
That's what you need.
That's right. And keep giving your babies all that food. Now, we have a friend who, she makes all her own baby food. And her children, her little boy, I held him, this was last year. And this little boy is so solid and so healthy. And she says it takes a lot of work. But she knew this years ago.
Yeah, it's an adult
Years
food too.
ago.
But let's do we have to do a shout out and a fuck you because time is running late.
Yes.
So who is the shout out to?
Oh, you know, Mr. Pee-wee.
Who?
Mr.
We did it last week.
No, it was the guy from the article that we read about. Do you remember his name?
Who are we talking about?
Okay, remember the guy on Facebook wrote an article about the...
Oh, you're talking... Okay.
Yes.
Dr. Amos Wilson, black guy, radical writer.
Yes.
It's Black History Month.
Look his stuff up.
He's very... he makes some really great points about, like, you know...
Well, I'll say, he said... a lot of times people will say, well, I haven't benefited anything from slavery. We just need to move on, or even you know, what.
Well, let's say what he really said, because I think you're quoting somebody else.
No, I'm not. And he said, well, look at one thing. Is English my real language? No. My ancestors were given the language English. It was, this my real clothes? No, this is not how Africans dress. So we've had to assimilate. Is that the word?
Assimilate. And he also
Yes.
talked a lot about how white Jesus is a big problem.
Very
The fact
big.
that Jesus looks like one of the Allman Brothers has always been very challenging for
Yes.
if you worship a God of the people who enslaved you, you know, I don't
And
want to
the
get too
food,
political.
And the food.
Not me.
What they gave slaves to eat.
Campbell's soup.
Yes.
Campbell's soup.
What they gave
and Campbell's
them to
baby
eat.
food.
It affected our health, our systems to this day.
Amos Wilson, Black History Month.
Thank
big
you.
Shout out to you.
Thank you.
And the fuck you. Who's
You
the fuck
said you had an idea.
I forgot my
It was
fuck
your
you.
brain cells, man.
You know what? Let's do the fuck you to who we really want to give it to.
Who?
Ted Cruz. Fuck you. 4 weeks in a row, Ted.
Yes, yes.
You know, we can give you the fuck you every week.
Yes.
And now this week, starting tomorrow, I think is the impeachments with their
yes.
trial.
Yes, yes.
And, you know, be a lot of shit about that. Let's bring Trump really back into the news.
Yes.
Let's relentlessly promote him
Yes.
again.
And while we're doing that, notice that you're not going to see anything about the virus.
No.
You're not going to see anything about the baby
Definitely
food.
no baby
You're not
food.
going to see anything about the checks.
Nothing
we're supposed
about
to get.
nothing
None
about
of
the
that.
fact that they're cutting who can get the checks, who can
Yes,
get this.
yes, yes.
None of that. We're going to be
And
back
check
on
in
Trump.
with your friends. There are people out here that are fucking starving, that don't have any food, they can't pay their rent.
A
Help
third
people
of
out.
America is in starvation mode,
Yes,
but
yes.
we'll be back on Trump 24/7,
24,
nonstop
baby.
Trump. So we promote him relentlessly, and that's our show.
Yes.
I know this was a really political show, so comment. Please give us comments. Do you want more politics from us? Do you want more sex?
Well, we're
What-
dirty truth
We're
tellers.
dirty
We
truth
tell-
tellers, but
tell the
today we were
truth.
really on
Well,
politics.
because it was dirty truth. It
Yes,
was the
we
truth.
were upset about this baby food
Yes,
shit.
it was
And
the truth.
oh, I know who we can give a fuck you to. Walmart, you six motherfuckers that you came out of the right
And
pussy.
Campbell soup. Yes, yes.
You came out of the right pussy. The Walton children, the six of them, they all
Yeah.
crawled out of that woman's pussy in Arkansas somewhere.
Well, it was
And
one C-section.
Billions and billions of dollars, and you do nothing for this country. People work for you full time, and they still need to get food stamps.
Yes.
You're disgusting
Yes,
people, and
yes.
let's just hope that there is retribution at the time of death.
Oh, there is. It's called karma.
Karma, let's just
There
hope
is.
so. Let's
So-
hope that karma works.
Thank you.
We're the Black and the Jew, and stick around. The Jackies have shit
Yeah.
to say. Thank you very much.
Oh man, that's the show. No one's gonna like it.
But we don't know that, man. People need to know that they have children, they have babies. That's what's important. If I had a baby, I'd be fucking mad at Gerbers right now.
Yeah, I'd be mad at Derbies, but they don't even have children, so why
Yeah, but
do
they're just
care?
helping out their friends that have babies, that's all.
Epstein is all mad at everybody. He's mad.
But he's always fucking mad.
Why is he so mad?
Who the hell
He
knows
is the
with him?
angriest. Well, he's not a black man, but he's
No,
he's
no.
like an angry black guy.
You know, he's like an old grumpy man.
Like
That's
an old grumpy Jew.
Yeah,
You put an old
jeez.
grumpy Jew and a black guy together, you got a guy
That
that's
grew up on Gerber.
good at math and will kick your ass. That's what the kind of guy.
Yeah, did you eat Gerber or beech nut?
I don't know. I don't think I think that I just ate my mother's titty. Whatever.
Ooh.
Jackie's, our mommies, they give us shit because we don't have bodies.
No bodies.
We're totally empty.
Yeah,
We just have consciousness.
that's all.
You people, you smelly, disgusting people think you're so great.
Yeah, and you're fucking up your babies.
You don't even care about your babies.
We love your babies.
You let people get shot in kindergarten, but you won't get rid of your guns.
We love babies.
We're the Jackies.
Yeah,
Fuck Niels.
yeah.